Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll leave it with him. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout.
And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. Using his legs, it's Moore. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. They'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. It's a seam wide open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
First play of the period, first down here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On the run, it's Moore. Look out, he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense changing the play. Lopez to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Shipp. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Duke. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Might be calling a hot route. Lopez wants to fire. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense showing blitz here. They give it to him again. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. To the air first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the catch. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
To the air on second down. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lopez to pass. Rifles it down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to let it go. Ball's in the deep ball. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And the Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Runs through a tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, And most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a crease. It's Moore. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And the timing just a hair off. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Motion from the back. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense side.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set
and
to
use
off
your
is selected.
speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! extra point here would tie the game.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it to the right side. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6. Out to the 20.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Culliver. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the option. Got room to work. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Lopez wants to fire. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Got it near midfield. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. What a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. It's in the tight end in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He breaks the tackle. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Smashes ahead. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Running back searching for a hole. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by one possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
Lopez to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Second down, they'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Oh, ball's out! And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
And that's a big throw by this young man. Like, listen, late in the football game, you've got to make plays. He's been a little bit up and down, but they got to give him the rock. They're going to trust him. Let's see what he can do late in this football game.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Lopez wants to fire. The quick out. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. On the run, it's Gauze. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Last chance coming up. Oh, they're after him. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true. But there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will touch.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Lopez to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense drags him down. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Looking for space. It's Goss. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on third down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Here he goes. Oh, a lot of space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Rides the back and leaves it. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Steps away. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this guy. Great job securing the interception.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. Powers through the defender. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter.
North Carolina 7, Notre Dame 0.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Give to the running back. He's in open space downfield. He's loose. There he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the option. He'll pitch it. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lopez wants to fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. goes to the option. The pitch. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll give it to the back. Find some fresh air. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Rush is on him. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They go to the counter. Thrust that arm out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's got it for the two, and we're all tied up. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lopez to pass. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Pucks it out of the air. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now they've moved it just inside the 40, first and 10 from the 39. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Looking left. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground, it's Locke. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Price. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On 4th down, looking to pass. Gonna take a shot. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll they'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew. That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Bob. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Carr. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, and the defensive line, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gonna take a shot. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
He caught it! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels!
One of the reasons this offense is
Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. This offense has it with really good field position. From the shotgun, the inside give. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Lopez wants to fire. The safe throw on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the Tar Heels are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He wants to change this route. Lopez to pass. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. After the run, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Tate. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, UNC. The defense putting points on the board.
Free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football? Taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly...
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Peoples. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Lots of running room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Peoples. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Fitted in the window for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down. They can still stop the clock. On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
He's taking the shot. Snags it on the right. Open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Defense playing a bail technique. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Flying out to the left. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that makes you feel so good as an offense, where you can score late in the 1st half in a 2-minute type situation. The extra point's going to give you the lead. Makes you feel so much better heading into halftime.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be changing the route. Lopez to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
That's caught. It's Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Can't get him to the ground. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Dances away. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost the fire on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The receiver on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Slammed down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied.
Ohio State, 15, North Carolina.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. He'll set up to throw. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Lopez wants to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Going up top again. With the catch, it's Goss. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got room on the return. Touchdown, Tar Heel. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Lopez to pass. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. Finds a little space. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off play action. Under fire. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Culliver. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for space. It's Gauze. Plows through the defense. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Working that wide receiver screen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly to the flat and the wide receiver screen. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. As you can tell, the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
Now the play fake. Here's the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, there's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. He is going nope. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's reeled in, it's Jackson. Good pick up there, they'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, UNC! What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Fires to the right. Got his man. Hits the accelerator to the right. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gator.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner is stopped.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in a terrible field position.
To the ground with the back. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. The offense changing the play. Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Really effective concept against the zone there. It helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. They'll move the tight end. Might be calling a hot route. Lopez to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Jackson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going to swing it on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Sturdivant. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's loose down the middle.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to the ground with the running back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by game tackling. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Lopez wants to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give from the gun. Fights off the defender. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Ready to fire from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Running into the open space. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Here comes the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Gators are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking for a deep man. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses.
Wide open spaces. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Unleashes one. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Going to the ground. Oh, out of space. Lowers those pads. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes the handoff. It's Ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes trouble. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Lopez to pass. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. He's got him. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Running the red zone. It's Ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fires into the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative, and they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Lopez wants to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open